Hello and welcome to a brief overview of the Engineer in Team Fortress 2. So, pros of playing an Engineer. You can build buildings that do everything for your team. Cons of playing it as an Engineer. You're not much of a combat class. You won't be as in the combat as other classes are. So, let's go over your weapons. First off, you have a shotgun. This is your primary. Maximum of 90 at immediate close range, and over a distance it does a minimum of 3 per shot. Per pellet. So use it in close range. It's a shotgun, self-explanatory. Your pistol, damage drop off of down to 8 per shot at long range, and maximum damage of 22 per shot in close range, anywhere between that medium range. And you have a lot of ammo for this. You have 212 ammo, and whenever you pick up a downed weapon it restores half of that. So you'll never ever need to worry about ammo for your pistol. Your wrench is like all other melee weapons, except you can use it to repair buildings, but we'll get into that when we talk about the buildings. So damage wise, it does 65 on a normal hit and 195 on a crit, and it crits a lot, remember that. Onto your buildings. As an engineer, you can press 4 and bring up your build menu. You can then press the corresponding button to build your 4 different buildings. 1 for sentry gun, 2 for dispenser, 3 for teleporter entrance, and 4 for teleporter exit. So let's start off with the sentry gun. So press 4, then 1 brings up the blueprint for a sentry gun. Now you click to place it. You can also right click and change to the assembly direction. This is very, very important when it comes to teleporters, because, well, we'll explain it then. But it's kind of important for sentry guns if you want the perfect placement, and usually not important for a dispenser. So, that dome that you saw around the sentry gun was its radius. Anything outside of that dome it won't detect and shoot. Anything inside that dome it will detect and shoot. Now when it shoots, it does 16 damage per shot, and it will always connect. It aims at direct center mass, so if someone is standing behind a chest-high wall, that chest-high wall sometimes can protect them, even though the sentry will still detect them. So, all buildings have levels, level 1, 2, and 3. So, self-explanatory, level 3 is the best level. You want your buildings to be at level 3. At level 1, all buildings have 150 health, at level 2 they have 180 health, and at level 3 they have 216 health. This goes for everything. Now you can, on the bottom right, if you haven't noticed it, you have a little 200 thing. That's the maximum amount of metal that you can carry. You use metal to upgrade your buildings. You get metal in the same exact way you would get ammo, by picking up downed weapons or collecting a metal crate like this one. That's 200 metal crate. It's usually the best one to set up near. Now, my sentry has run out of ammo and it's just clicking now. So you can start to replenish its ammo by hitting it, and there we go, full ammo again. You usually won't need to worry about that, but whenever you have a problem with your buildings, just hit them with a wrench and it'll fix itself. Once you put 200 metal into a building, then it upgrades to the next level. So automatically upgrades itself, and now it does pretty much twice the damage output. It shoots a lot faster and now has 180 health because it's a level 2. And then once you hit level 3, you get rockets, and it's 216 health. The rockets, I never really rely on them at all. They're nice to have, but whatever. The rockets, however, the way their damage is calculated is from you to their target. So if I'm standing right next to the guy that it hits, it does 153 damage, I believe. But if I'm standing far away from the person that the rocket hits, it'll only do 53 damage. I'm not sure about the 153, but I'm fairly certain about that other 53. So, your buildings will pop up with a little wrench icon up on the top left when they need help. So then you just run over to the building and start hitting it with a wrench. Use your metal and then fix the problem. Now, if you are not, sentries can shoot you, so stay out of their way. Your own sentry can shoot you. Your sentry cannot hurt teammates, but it can hurt you and opponents. So try not to get hit by it when it's shooting at something. If you are not pleased with its position, you can right click on it and pick it up. You move very slowly when you're transporting a building. I believe it's even slower than a heavy, but I'm not sure about that. But you just go back into the blueprint mode, and then you can place it. It builds faster. You can hit it to build it even faster, and upgrades to the level that you had it at before. So there we go. Now when you don't want a building anymore, like this sentry, because I believe I'm done completely explaining it, you can press 5 and then press the corresponding button and break your sentry. So now that I've gone through those build things, I'm just going to use some hotkeys that I have up to build things. So dispenser. Start building it, and when you are building something, you can start hitting it. It won't use ammo, but it will build a lot faster if you hit it. You can do this for another engineer as well. You can also upgrade other engineers' things, so don't worry about that. But you will use your own supply of metal to do so. So, dispenser. It supplies your team with health and ammo. Your team can walk through it, but you can't, and members of the enemy team can't. So that's one way to check for spies, is if they're walking through your buildings. Teleporters are the one exception. They can block your teammates. So, level 1 dispenser will heal, I believe, 10 health per second at a level 1, replenishes 20% of your total ammo per second at level 1, and will supply you with 40 metal every 5 seconds at level 1. At level 2, it gets the health bonus up to 180. It'll supply you with 15 health per set. It'll supply everyone with 15 health per second, to 30% of their ammo per second, and 50 metal every 5 seconds. Dispensers do have a max ammo holding, and it's indicated by that little arrow, but you usually don't need to worry about it. Anyway, once you get it to level 3, it heals for 20 health per second, gives you 40% of your total ammo, and gives you 60 metal every 5 seconds. Now, when teammates are healing on your dispensers, they're not stealing your metal, so don't worry about that at all. Other engineers, however, can steal your metal by using your dispenser, so that can be a problem. Dispensers are probably one of the most important buildings you build. Anyway, other than that, I believe that's everything you need to know for a dispenser. On to the teleporters. Teleporter entrance and teleporter exit. When you are placing your teleporter exit, you want to make absolutely certain it faces towards the battlefield, just to be helpful to your teammates. And once it's up, there we go. Stand on the entrance, teleport to the exit in the direction that you placed the blueprint. So when you are placing this next to a wall, you don't want it facing the wall, you want to point it away from the wall towards the battle. Now, build that faster. Okay, teleporters upgrade at the same time. Whenever you hit this teleporter, it affects this teleporter and vice versa. So the pair of them only take 200 metal to get both of them to level 2, and then another 200 to get both of them to level 3. Now, with the difference in levels in teleporter, other than health being 150, 180, 216, the difference is level 1 teleports one teammate every 10 seconds, level 2 teleports a teammate every 5 seconds, and level 3 teleports a teammate every 3 seconds. So it's fairly important to make sure that they aren't a level 1. That being said, if you aren't playing engineer but you see a level 1 teleporter near your spawn, you should just run back into spawn, press comma, and then change class to engineer, and upgrade it fully once. Run back into spawn, touch the supply cabinet, get another 200 metal, and then upgrade it fully another time for the other engineer. Then you switch classes, go back to the class you were playing, and everyone's suddenly at the battle a lot faster every time they have to respawn. It's very helpful to your team to do this, and the other engineer can focus on his dispenser and sentry gun. Other than that, I believe that's everything you need to know about Engineer. Usually what you want to do is get your dispenser and your teleporters up and then start focusing on your sentry gun. I personally like to get my at the beginning of the round during the build phase, I will get my dispenser up to level 2 and then a sentry gun up to level 2, then start focusing on getting teleporters up because no one's died yet, and then I'll get the dispenser to level 3, then the sentry to level 3, and hopefully my team can hold the line. If they can't hold the line, the sentry can sometimes become more important. But other than that, I think that's everything you should need to know about Engineer. Have fun! So I thought I had mentioned everything, but I didn't, and I left out one very, very important thing. So when you are playing as an engineer, spies become your #1 enemy. A spy can sap your buildings and take them completely out of commission. So when there's a sapper on your building, you'll know there's a little sapper icon that'll appear on the top left. It looks like a little radio thing. Your building becomes completely out of commission and starts to lose health. So if it says a sentry gun, it won't be shooting. If it's a dispenser, it won't be dispensing health or ammo or metal ever. And if it's a teleporter, it can't be used. So it becomes your priority to save those buildings. To save them, you just run over to your building and hit it twice with a wrench, and the sapper will disable and fall off. Other than that, I believe that's everything you need to know about for Engineer. So, have fun, build buildings, kill spies.